Do you want your Skyrim to look like this? Well, let me show you how. In this video, I'm going to go through all of the mods you should use to make Skyrim look incredible on your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and consider turning on notifications so that you don't miss out on my latest uploads showcasing the very best mods for Skyrim on PlayStation. The first mod is the most important mod on this list, Skyrim at various FOVs and 60 FPS by Riften. This mod released in January of 2021 and is the main reason why I wanted to make this video. It increases the maximum frame rate of Skyrim from 30 to 60 FPS and lets you change your FOV to 90, 120, 110, 100 or 85. For those that don't know what that means, FPS, or frames per second, is the number of times the picture on your screen refreshes per second, so more frames means a smoother, more fluid image. FOV means field of view, so a higher field of view means that the camera zooms out, improving your peripheral vision. However, increasing the FOV too much can cause a fisheye effect, so I would recommend using the 90 FOV version for the best balance of high FOV and not getting that fisheye effect. This mod is going to be especially great for those that are lucky enough to own a PlayStation 5, as it will be able to hit 60 FPS consistently even with the rest of these mods installed. It will work on PS4 as well, however when you're outside with lots going on, the game may drop back to 30 FPS and it might even jump between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, which can cause stuttering. If this happens to you, then you should just go for the Skyrim at 90 FOV version of the mod, which keeps the FPS limit at 30. Anna's Skyrim Texture Overhaul by Yuki233515 gives Whiterun, Solitude, small villages, and common furniture a fresh new look. It retextures the buildings in Whiterun and Solitude, giving Whiterun a blue and green theme and Solitude a white theme, whilst also adding some new trees and clovers. This mod makes a huge difference to the look of Skyrim and in my opinion is severely underrated and deserves many more downloads. Water by Sparrow Prince overhauls the water in Skyrim, making it look much better. The features include flow edits to correct flow in areas that need it, a reduction of excessive and fake sparkle, ocean water now laps, dungeon water now stagnates and flows as interior water should, transparency tweaks have been made based on water type, edits to ponds and small lakes to give them a gentler flow, added animated waves around Skyrim with sounds, Riften now has its own custom water, and additional edits to make it look good on PlayStation specifically. Dense Grass by Shrouded Legacy adds tons of grass foliage to Skyrim. There's not much more to say on this mod, to be honest, so I'll let the comparisons show you the difference. Do you hate the colour grey? ASCiD, a Skyrim covered in dirt by B-Variave, is another severely underrated mod that deserves much more attention. The mod retextures every single grey rock, making them look much more colourful and realistic. It also changes most rock trim colours and replaces most of the boring dirt textures with glowing dirt. Julihah's Dirt Replacer changes Skyrim's landscape to look less muddy and overall more verdant without killing the game's performance. It blends roads with the landscape and adds grass that is growing along and through the roads. This mod really makes it look like the road workers of Skyrim are doing a bad job of maintaining the roads, but it makes the game look great, so I'm not complaining. Rustic Weathers and Lighting by Arundel is a complete weather overhaul meant to bring a level of immersion by adding new weathers, increasing variety and altering the weathers, lighting, colours and more in order to achieve a rustic medieval vibe with more natural colours. The features include changes weathers, fog, god rays and image spaces to achieve a rustic medieval look, adds new weathers, each with its own uniqueness. Blizzards and rainstorms are now heavier, as they should be, louder wind, rain and thunder sounds. More thunder sounds can be heard during rainstorms. Rain sounds can now be heard in interiors along with thunders. The brown weather from Raven Rock is replaced by cloudy weather, and the sun has a subtle lens flare. Luminosity Lighting Overhaul by Johnny Wang 13, uploaded to Bethesda.net for PlayStation by Campolo313, recolours the indoor lighting in Skyrim. Its colours are inspired by the popular Enhanced Lights and FX mod, however Luminosity has been tweaked and improved. One main benefit is that you don't have to worry about flickering. Luminosity is meant for gameplay and immersion. Light bounces off the environment to fill space, so don't expect pitch black dungeons, and the mod preserves the vanilla light signposting, which is meant to help guide you through interiors. Rain and Snow FX by Chesco is one of the most popular Skyrim mods of all time on PlayStation, and for good reason. Rain and Snow FX allows your character to show frost and wetness, complete with dripping particle effects, when in rain and in snowstorms. Your skin will also be wet during and just after swimming. When the weather clears or you walk into an interior, the effect will quickly go away. When in the snow, your skin and armour will ice over in a noticeable way, and when in the rain, the effect is more subtle, but your skin will be shiny and dripping. Spell Light Dynamic Shadows by Artificial makes some of the lights from spells cast dynamic shadows. This is a small change, but I think it's a nice touch, especially for mage playthroughs. ImperialAgent's Brighter Torches makes it easier to brighten up the dark nights and dark dungeons of Skyrim by making torches much brighter and increasing the radius of light. Luminous Atronachs by Araxi X7 makes it so Atronachs actually emit light and illuminate the surrounding environment. This applies to all three vanilla, flame, ice and storm elemental types of Atronachs. Each type of Atronach emits a slightly different coloured light according to its elemental constitution. Julihah's Old Town Riften overhauls the appearance of Riften, not just inside but also outside. The changes include the Bee and the Barb, Elgrim's Elixirs, the Pawn Prawn, Helga's Bunkhouse, Honor Hall Orphanage, Blackbriar Manor, Thieves Guild Headquarters, the Ragged Flagon, Temple of Mare, Mistival Keep and the Jarl's Chambers. All of this gives Riften a fresh new look inside and out, making my personal favourite town in Skyrim even better than it already was. Kato's Ivarstead, uploaded to Bethesda.net for PlayStation by Jarian, is a town overhaul mod that changes the exterior of Ivarstead, adds plenty of new things, and makes vanilla areas better. Kato's Riverwood, also uploaded to Bethesda.net for PlayStation by Jarian, is another town overhaul mod, this time focused on Riverwood, expanding it and adding a few things to make it look nicer and more immersive. Bannered Mare upgraded by Apocalyptic 1 completely redecorates the Bannered Mare in Whiterun, adding a unique and cool looking decoration to pretty much every single bit of available space in Skyrim's most popular tavern. Arcadias Cauldron Upgraded, another mod by Apocalyptic 1, is similar to Bannered Mare Upgraded in that it adds lots of great decorations. However, as this is an alchemy store, it is of course all alchemy themed, with shelves of potions and ingredients, making it look like Arcadia actually has a stock of potions and ingredients rather than the empty store that she has in the vanilla game. Magical College of Winterhold by Sable17 is an overhaul aimed at giving the college a professional and enchanted look. Some rooms are lightly changed and some more dramatically. The features include new custom decorations, unique room decorations for each NPC, starter player room is overhauled, safe storage, player bed, Shrine of Julianos, less overgrown courtyard and small garden. The Arcanium now houses a alchemy/enchanting area and more magical decorations. There's a scroll crafting station in the Arcanium. There is a heavily redone Archmage quarters. All of the elements boasts a nifty pure magicka font and an enchanted golem. For all rooms there is much less random clutter, and the rooms are less Nord themed. Animated Weapon Enchants by Vij Vackerman is a lightweight mod to animate the visual effect on enchanted weapons. Now fire will dance across fire enchantments, storms will flash across shock enchantments, and so on. Hold Border Banners by Thicketford adds banners along roadsides at the boundaries of 2 holds. The banner you see will show you which hold you are entering. It's not a huge change, but I think it's a nice touch. Point the Way by Arthmore isn't just for aesthetic purposes, it has a practical use as well. The mod replaces road signs at several major intersections that were either lacking signs or didn't have enough signs to indicate the full extent of where you could travel on a road. In some cases, smaller towns and villages aren't even mentioned, despite Bethesda having created signs for them. Others that were pointed the wrong way or had the wrong city being represented have been fixed as well. Increased Population Towns and Cities by JCon91807 adds loads more NPCs to towns, villages and settlements, making them feel much more alive and immersive. Lanterns of Skyrim by Manny GT adds lanterns to main roads, villages, towns and settlements. To avoid breaking immersion, the mod author hasn't placed tons of lanterns in villages or along main roads. Lanterns in main roads are placed far from each other in wild areas, and some main roads are intentionally not covered. Nordic Ruins of Skyrim by Soldier of War, uploaded to Bethesda.net for PlayStation by Donkey Kong, is an exterior overhaul of some of ancient Skyrim's greatest structures, inspired by the exterior design of Bleakfall's Barrow. The mod aims to give the other Nordic ruins the epic exteriors they deserve. Fallen Trees by SCAD00I is a mod that adds more fallen trees all over Skyrim for a beautifully immersive experience. You'll find them most commonly on rivers or in canyons. The goal is to add in these trees and make them look as if they were naturally there. The mod should feel as if it is part of the game that should have always been there. Bridges of Skyrim by Micah Ghost is a simple mod that replaces all the vanilla stone bridges with unique and custom bridges. Each bridge design is inspired by the region it's located in. For example, if a bridge is in the Reach, it would be Dwemer design. If a bridge is near an Imperial fort, it would be made out of the same materials as the fort. This mod is made to work nicely with other mods and provides a nice subtle change to the world. Master the Summit by Space Goats means you can finally climb mountains without spam jumping. Multiple paths along the rocky cliffs of Skyrim allow you to reach new, previously undiscovered locations, as well as existing ones in new and exciting ways. Before, you would have to run all the way around a mountain. Now with this mod you can simply go over it, and it looks great. Splendor Dragon Variants by Opus Glass increases the number of dragon variations from 14 to 784. That's 56 model texture combos, 2 breath types, and 7 levels of strength, to provide the maximum variety while sticking entirely to vanilla mechanics and resources. Immersive Patrols by Amir Mohammed adds fully functional, scheduled patrols of almost every major faction across all DLCs, including Stormcloaks, Thalmor, Imperials, Dawnguard, Caravans and Guards to Skyrim, and Skull, Redoran, Reavers and Reiklings to Solstein without cluttering the world. It also includes moderately sized Civil War fort battles. Kill Moves No Blur by 13 Oranges removes most of the blur effects from finisher moves, allowing you to see your kills more clearly. More Blood and Gore by Spocrates makes it so that you are more likely to encounter blood, and that the blood you encounter is in larger quantities. It also adds more blood drops to the screen to improve the realism of attacking a foe. Go Away Map Clouds by Micah Ghost takes away the dense clouds that sometimes cover the in-game map, and World Map Vibrant Map by King Chozo34 makes the world map more vibrant. Both of these mods combined make it a lot easier to see locations and roads. And that, my friends, are all the mods you need to make Skyrim look amazing on PS4 or PS5. As a gift to all of you that stayed to the end of the video, you can find a link in the description to my full Skyrim mods load order. Considering the restrictions on PlayStation, modders have done an incredible job of improving Skyrim's graphics, lighting, and environments. If you enjoyed this video, or think you're going to use any of the mods I showed you, make sure you leave the video a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next video. Until then, stay safe.